This week's episode of Brains on Games is a preview of a party game with the science fiction theme. Welcome to Brains on Games. I'm Dr. Brian McDonald, and this episode we're going to preview a game that's probably available to order by the time you watch this video, but it's a science fiction party game called A Royal Will. This beautiful game was sent to me not too long ago by the folks at Mega Mint Games, and it's a game that you can play in only 15 minutes because most of the play is happening simultaneously. It's a game for between 2 and 6 players that I think plays best at larger play counts, and it's listed on the box as suitable for people age 14 and up. I think the younger kids could probably figure it out, but it is a game for age 14 and above. The idea of a royal will is that the royal family, the galactic royal family, has passed away, and the players are trying to take advantage of the situation to grab as many coins from the inheritance as they can, and it really is a race to be the first to get to 10 coins. Let's take a look at a royal will. You've got these great big cards, and each player is going to be dealt out 2 of these things, and they've got some fun artwork on here. Let's see if hopefully you'll be able to see this on the camera. You've got like different characters that you're going to be playing with in this game, and each player is only going to get 2 of these. At the start of the turn, you are going to first make sure that the assets are replenished, meaning that if somebody in a previous turn has earned a couple of these coins, then you replace those. Depending on the number of players, that's going to determine how many starting coins are in the assets. In the 2-player game, and we usually play 2-player games. I will say this game plays better with larger numbers of people, but in a 2-player game, you start with 5 coins, and then each player is going to have 2 of these cards. I've pulled out 3 here. So you're starting with just a pair of cards, and you're strategically deciding, you've got 2 ways that you can use them, and you're just deciding which one you're going to use in which way. The 2 important pieces of information at the bottom, besides the great artwork here at the top, is this is the coin value that you hope to get from the assets, and this is the action that you can take or ability that you're going to be able to use on your turn. Each player is going to start by placing one of their cards face down. So if I've played this face down, this is the card that I'm using as the coin value. So whatever ability they have doesn't matter when they're face down like this. It's just the coin value. So in this case, I'm expecting or hoping that I'm going to be able to get 3 coins from the 5 that are here in the middle of the table. The second card is the one that you're going to use to use its ability or its action. And in this case, the executor of the will gets to swap 2 of the coin cards. So I can trade cards with the other player if I expect that there's going to be some advantage to doing that. You can see, well, maybe you can see here, I don't know if you can read it on my little camera, but the heir's action makes him immune to those things. So you couldn't steal the heir's card using the swapping action of the executor. The advisor has a pretty fun ability. He gets to predict whether the will be won or if it will go bust. Now what that means, well, first of all, you get this little hex token here that says 1 on one side and bust on the other. So you make your bet before everybody reveals their coin cards. And the will is won if the total number of coins requested is equal to or less than the coins that are here in the middle of the table. And it goes bust if the players request too many coins. So if I had played this as my coin, I'm asking for 4. That means the other player can only ask for 1 or else the thing is going to go bust. If it goes bust, then the player who asked for the most money, the greediest player. So if I had played this as my coin card and the will went bust, I'd have to put 2 coins into the assets in the middle of the table, and now it's suddenly building up. And that is really it. You're just playing, you're strategically deciding which card of your 2 is going to be placed face down and which is going to be placed face up. And it continues until one player has 10 coins. And it doesn't take long to get to that point, because because they're you've got 5 here in the middle, and you might be winning 4 in a single turn, so the game can end in about 15 minutes. You've got these little tokens. I pulled one out. You've got these little tokens. If you want to play best 3 of 5 or best 2 of 3 or what have you, these tokens can keep track of how many games each player has won, and that can allow the game to go a little bit longer. But we're talking about a game that has fun art and interesting little combinations, but it's simple. However, even though we had a lot of fun playing this game, especially at larger player counts, this is a super sneaky math game. You don't really think about the fact that you're doing these calculations, but you are thinking about probability. What card do I think this person is going to have face down? How many coins is that person going to ask for? Can I afford to give up 2 coins? Am I far enough ahead to allow that to happen and be the greedy one? So you're thinking about probability, and you're doing those adding and subtracting to figure out, okay, well, there's only, if I ask for 3 coins from the assets, then there's only going to be 2 left. What are the odds that the other player is going to ask for 2 or less? Maybe I don't want to be the greedy one, and I'll play my other card instead. Plus, you've got a number of different abilities that give you lots of little combinations that you can try, and we just had a lot of fun. It was a lot of laughs playing this game. It's simple, but there is a lot of math involved. It's math that you don't think about. Like I said, that's why I think it's kind of a sneaky math game. And that is a Royal Will in a nutshell. It's a super sneaky math game that plays very quickly, even with a large number of players. Thanks so much to the folks over at Mega Mint Games for sending this game along. It should be available to order in retail by the time you watch this video. And if you have comments about this game or questions, you can leave them below this video, or you can email me at brian@brainsongames.ca. brainsongames.ca is the website. That's where future episodes will go, and the previous ones are up there already. Brains on Games is the Twitter handle and the Facebook page and the Instagram feed, so we're all over the place. And if you enjoyed this video and you want to be notified of future ones, you can head on over to YouTube and click that subscribe button. Thanks for joining me, and hopefully I'll see you next time.